Hey everybody, going to make a quick video on the brain editor and how to get Denise to do specific things, say certain things, perform certain tasks. Now this is very limited, especially if you don't know aiml or how to use the brain editor. This is just going to give you like a quick basics of the basics of the basics little rundown. So first and foremost, we need to open the brain editor. So we're going to tell her, wake up,
I can hear you.
brain editor.
Opening brain editor.
So here's the brain editor, right? So don't let this be intimidating for you. It's really not that bad. So first and foremost, we need to add a new aiml file. Now, if you don't know what aiml stands for, it's Artificial Intelligence Markup Language, aiml. Don't let it intimidate you. So first things first, we're going to click on this over here. We're going to click New. Now it's going to give us a new file here. We're going to name it. I'm going to do this. I'm going to name it test, right? That's the, I named, oh shit. Go to sleep.
Entering sleep mode. Say, wake up to start recognition.
Okay, so I named the aiml file first and foremost. Then you go to this right box and click New Category. There is the aiml file name test. So I'm going to click on this, the name, and it's going to bring it down here to the bottom. An easy way to explain what's happening here. Line number 1 and line number 4, they're both called category. You don't ever touch those lines. Now, your aiml file could be a lot of lines, and the second category on line 4 could be on a different line, but the first line will always be the opening category, and the last line will always be the closing category. So it always has to start with this and always has to end with this. Now, if you look at these are not the same. It has, this is the little subtle difference right there. That's the closing bracket. Category open, category close. And everything in between those two categories is what we're going to do. What we're going to play around with. Now, line 2, it's pattern. Now, the easy way to describe this is what you say. What you say that's going to trigger this aiml file to launch. Now, line 3 says template. Now, template is what is going to happen in response to your command. Let's say, for example, I'm going to say I'm going to go in between the two patterns. Remember, in line 1 is category and line 4 is category. Everything's in between. This is much like the same. So I'm just going to put something in between those two patterns. So I'm going to say perform test. Now, that's all. When I say perform test to her, she's going to do whatever I tell her in between the templates, which in this case is on line 3. So I'm going to tell her to say, you can consider this a test. Then I'm going to have her wait 3 seconds. So I'm going to go to this right side and click tags. Go down and see where it says silence MSEC. Now this is milliseconds. Now 1,000 milliseconds is 1 second. I'm going to make her wait 3 seconds. So that's 3,000 milliseconds. And then I'm going to have her say after that, I hope you are satisfied with this test. That's it. This is very simple. This is all I'm going to have her do. So I'm going to tell her perform test, and she's going to say, you can consider this a test, wait 3 seconds, and then she's going to say, I hope you are satisfied with this test. That's it. So now that I'm ready to finish this, I need to save it. So I need to go up top and click the lock right here. It's going to say, all right, where do you want to save this? Okay. We have to save it in a very specific place. Now, if you look at this, It's the Denise folder, modules, AIML engine, AIML, then users. Then it's going to be the name of your profile on Denise. Mine happens to be Dom. So I'm going to save it in the Dom folder. And I'm going to name it Perform Test Tutorial. Now it's going to bring up this box and says, where do you want to save the encrypted AIMLS files? So we're just going to click here and we're going to put it in the same folder. Denise, the Denise folder, modules, AIML engine, AIML, users, and then your username. See? Then I'm going to hit save.
Cryptography finished.
It's going to say cryptography finished and hit OK. That's all you got to do. I'm going to close this out. All right. So now we're going to bring up Denise, and what a time for my system to freeze. All right. Let's see here. There we go. Wake up.
Keep up the good work. I can hear you.
Perform test.
I'm sure you will get there. I really think you deserve.
Hang on. Brain editor.
Opening brain editor.
Go to sleep.
Entering sleep mode. Say, wake up to start recognition.
So I don't know what happened here. So let's go back to the brain editor, and I'm going to click open on the top. It says perform test tutorial. That's the one I just made. Let's open it. Open. It's not doing it. I don't know if it's my computer or what. No worries. Let's just do something else. Test number 2. Perform test number 2. She's going to say, this is test number 2. Then I'm going to have her wait 3 seconds. And then I'm going to have her say, did it perform correctly? That's it. So I'm going to hit this. This box is going to come up. I'm going to put it in the corresponding folder. I'm going to save it.
Cryptography finished.
So remember, I'm just going to say, hang on, it's taking a moment. I notice the brain editor, sometimes it takes a moment. I have a very fast system, and even my system, it'll still take a moment. So just give it a second. Okay. So.
Do they use sterilized needles for fatal injections?
Okay. So I'm going to say perform test number 2. So I'm going to get out of here. Wake up.
I can hear you.
Perform test number 2.
This is test number 2. Did it perform correctly?
Go to sleep.
Entering sleep mode. Say, wake up to start recognition.
So it worked. So she said, this is test number 2. And then she waited 3 seconds and she said, did it perform correctly? So that's AIML editor in a nutshell. That's the basics of the basics of the basics. Stay tuned. I will do more on the brain editor and all kind of other new stuff. But this is just like the basics of it. And yeah, this is a way you can get your Denise to be smarter or to say a certain thing in a certain situation if you tell her a certain thing. But yeah, it's really cool stuff. And I am so happy to get back into all this. It's been a while since I did any of this. So yeah, thanks for watching.